2 years ago today, Roe v. Wade was overturned, effectively rolling back half a century of abortion protections in the United States.
49 years, and they stripped away 49 years.
Southeastern states, like the ones represented in our affiliate, Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi, continue to be disproportionately impacted by these rollback of our rights.
There is no longer a federal constitutional right to an abortion.
The Supreme Court has essentially reshaped American life.
It's going to be legal chaos.
Where abortion is legal in about half the states, illegal in half the states.
Oh my God. So many people are going to be horribly impacted by this. Like, that's terrifying.
To be clear, this fight started in the Southeast with Dobbs v. Jackson in Mississippi. The Jackson's Women's Health Organization challenged a Mississippi law banning abortion at 15 weeks. The law had been struck down as unconstitutional by a lower court. Mississippi essentially asked the court to not only uphold its abortion ban, but to rule there was no constitutional right to abortion. The Southeast is largely locked out of abortion access as a result. Alabama and Mississippi have strict abortion laws, with abortion being outlawed in both states. Most birthing individuals who sought abortion were forced to travel to Florida, which, per May of 2024, has now enacted a 6-week abortion ban. At 6 weeks, most people don't even know they're pregnant. Georgia was one of the quickest states to implement a 6-week abortion ban. Alabama's near total abortion ban is discouraging medical students from applying to residency programs in the state. A new analysis from the Association of American Medical Colleges found that applicants for OBGYN residency programs in the state dropped 21.2% in 2023 through 2024. That's the first full cycle after the U.S. Supreme Court Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health Organization ruling in 2022, which allowed the Alabama ban to go into effect. Nearly half of U.S. states have moved to restrict or ban abortions outright, with several enacting so-called trigger laws that took effect automatically upon Roe's reversal. This patchwork of state laws has created a nation where reproductive rights are heavily dependent on geographic location and political leadership. The stakes are incredibly high. The circumstances are dire. The rolling back of reproductive rights threatens to set a precedent for rollback of other fundamental rights.
On the stand for the plaintiffs, Dr. Carrie Swiak, an Emory University professor of obstetrics and epidemiology who's delivered babies and provided contraception and abortion care for 21 years. Plaintiffs' lawyers asked her opinion on Georgia's new law banning most abortions after fetal cardiac activity is detected in the womb, which is typically the 6th week of pregnancy. Dr. Swiak testified that it's not common for a woman to even know she's pregnant at that point. She also testified that more women died during and after childbirth in Georgia than almost every other state.
I think a restrictive ban such as this only harms the health of Georgians and their families.
I'm 35 years old. I'm a mom, and I'm an attorney. And when I was in my 20s, I got pregnant and I wasn't ready. And so I had an abortion, which I don't regret at all, because it's how I became the person that I am today.
People who have abortions are silenced a lot. I feel like I've had an abortion and I talk about it. And I find the more I talk about it, the more people are like, oh, I had one too. 1 in 4 people with uteruses are going to access abortion care. That's a whole lot of us.
I would have never thought that I would be here protesting for what I've learned about when I was in school, like high school. We supposedly live in a free country, but it has not been feeling free for a while. Women in rural communities don't have access to planes or train tickets or anything like that. They can't travel to New York to get an abortion. They're stuck in Tennessee or in Florida. And so it's really the lower income labor class communities of color that are impacted. And it's not just about women, it's about all genders.
All people access abortion care. Trans people, Black people, white people, all people access abortion care.
A lot of time it comes down to it that having a baby or having a child, it's not even about choice. It's not a safe option for the person involved.
Specifically as a Black woman, the Black maternal mortality rates in this country are mortifying. They're terrifying. And so when a person like Amy Coney Barrett stands at the Supreme Court and says, well, you can just do adoption, it's like, no, adoption is an alternative to parenting, but not pregnancy. Pregnancy can be dangerous for people, and no one should have to embrace that level of danger without wanting to.
The impacts on healthcare access, economic stability, and equity are profound and far-reaching. As we navigate this new landscape, we need you to be actively involved. Donate to abortion providers like Planned Parenthood Southeast. Volunteer for our activism in communities and share this story across the Southeast. We need you now more than ever.